always learning, always wanting to learn and to know. Last thing I want to talk about. Uh, it's not based on experience, but again, as a anti-dog person, I want to attack this dog culture from every angle, every inch, from top to bottom, left to right, middle, everywhere. And that's about food delivery services. And I've come to realize that between, I guess, the top three, at least the top three, UberEats, Skipthedishes, Doordash, they do not have an anti-dog policy for food. I cannot spell. I just realized that I cannot spell delivery. Cannot spell. Just realized that. But anyways, they can't. That's funny. Yeah, there's no anti-dog policy for food delivery drivers. So technically, if you own a dog, the dog could walk its nasty ass, its dander, its slobber all over the car, all over your body, the steering wheel, and your food that's going in your mouth, whether it's in a few bags or not, or in the trunk or not, doesn't matter. That dog is still in the is still in the vehicle, or was in the vehicle, rides in the vehicle. So your food is in the same vehicle, as the dog. And some of these DoorDash drivers or Skipthedishes drivers, delivery food drivers, I haven't seen it personally, but I know it happens. A lot of them carry their dogs with them on food runs. I'm not making this up. You can look on YouTube. A lot of delivery drivers carry their dogs with them on food runs. And there is no anti-dog policy. I looked it up. None for Uber Eats, none for Skipthedishes, none for DoorDash. None. Me personally, I don't do delivery. Two things, too expensive, and three, to avoid dogs. I just pick up my stuff, and that's good enough. Can you DoorDash with your dog in the car? When you head out for a long DoorDash shift, you notice your dog is silently pleading with you to leave him or to not leave it alone. You might be tempted to bring your worthless mutt along the day, even if your dog enjoys riding in the car, is well behaved. It's important to consider whether it's a good idea to have a dog with you while delivering DoorDash. And good idea. Again, these dog nuts, they don't think. They don't care about other people. They're not considerate. They don't care. It's all about the dog. They don't care. So talking about good idea and saying consider, it's not part of their vocabulary. It isn't. And they say, can you DoorDash with your dog in the car? There is no specific DoorDash rule regarding bringing a pet along with you in the car while you are delivering. This is considered a gray area, so it's important to use your best judgment to make the best personal decisions for you and your worthless mutt. So, like I said, there is no specific rule. They add, what do I need to know before bringing my worthless mutt with me to DoorDash? You know your dog best. You know if they're good in the car and well behaved enough to stay in their own place. Well, it doesn't matter. As soon as that dog is in the car or was in the car, that car is now destroyed, basically. Destroyed. Whether or not you put the food in the trunk or not, your whole car is covered, basically covered in dog germs, dog bacteria. You grope your dog. You don't wash your hands. You touch the steering wheel. You touch the steering wheel. You touch the steering wheel with your bare hands. Then you touch the food. Then you put it in the bag. Then it's cross contamination. So it doesn't matter if your dog's well behaved or not. Can you trust your dog around food? Come on, dogs and food? You trust your dog around food? Trust dogs around food, people. Is your dog clean and a minimal shedder? It doesn't matter. Dogs are disgusting. Doesn't matter. Even if it's a speck, minimal, clean, minimal. It's not no shedding, minimal. As soon as a speck is on in your car is done. And look at this. Needs to be a service dog. Okay, it doesn't make sense. I'm gonna let it go. But this is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Oh my god. Bear with me, please. I keep saying I'm going to get a new computer. Still have not done it yet. But soon. And on Indeed, can drivers have their dogs in the car while delivering? DoorDash has no such rule. You can take your dog if you want to. No, unfortunately, it's kind of ridiculous, and this guy gets 4 downvotes. No, it's against the term of service. It's not, but I wish it was. You can, but customers will complain. I'm complaining. I wouldn't keep my dog in the car while door dashing simply for the risk of allergens and food contamination. But if your dog is even in the car, even before or after you are doing DoorDash, you're done. Maybe get maybe you have a second car which is like dog free. Maybe I'd let that go, but that's rare. That's rare. I'm talking 100% dog free, where the dog hasn't even touched that car on the outside. When the dog touches that car, outside or in, that car's done. Sebesnol, however, does not prohibit passengers or worthless mutts from accompanying drivers. It's all about dogs, eh? Get ready to dry. Please leave outside and don't ring doorbell. We have a very annoying dog. Thank you. And I also looked up at least DoorDash. They don't have like any anti-dog policy for delivery drivers. I'm talking about delivery personnel, going door to door, how to deal with dogs. They don't even have that. There's no protocol for that. There's none. This is Skipthedishes. And I use Swift F3. And I type the word dog. You get nothing. I'll even type the word animal. You get nothing as well. I'll type the word pet. You get nothing about pets, nothing about animals, nothing about dogs. And I don't even think Skipthedishes has an a safety protocol for their delivery people. UberEats, UberEats driver had their dog with them. Today I had food delivered by an UberEats, and as they were driving away, a dog in the back seat started barking at me. For what reason? Oh god. The driver also pulled the food out of the back seat, and my gut feeling on this is it's probably unsanitary and a risk for those with dog allergies. But again, these dog nuts, they just don't care if you're allergic. They don't care if you're scared. They don't care if you've been attacked. They don't care if you've been killed by a dog. They don't care. Would I be an a-hole if I reported this to Uber? Who cares? I mean, these dog nuts allow their dogs to kill people. They allow your dogs to kill people. So this is like nothing. Like, this is nothing compared to what they do. My partner agreed that it's unsanitary, but said I shouldn't report them to Uber for it. Again, it's all about the dog. But it's all about the dog. If there was like a homeless, sketchy person sitting in the back, they'd probably report it. To me, it seems like if I don't at least Uber know about it, the driver could be putting people at risk. And this person says, not against the rule. Clearly, the dog is a service animal that is trained to bark at a-holes. You're being too sensitive about this. What if the dog was a service animal? Who cares? It doesn't even matter if it's a service animal. They're nasty. I mean, just because you're a service sorry. Just because you're a service dog doesn't mean you're immune to spreading your nasty dog germs. It doesn't mean that. And they're saying you're paranoid. I would not use third-party food. At least there's one person that's saying if you're paying. So a lot of them are just again, this is clearly a dog nut. Uber food is packed by restaurant driver. Never touch the food except the bags if it should be safe. So this person is saying as long as your food is wrapped. So let's say your food is wrapped. Can someone, I'm sorry, but can someone wipe their ass on the package, on the bag, and then just hand it to you? Like you could easily say, the food wasn't touched by my ass because it was in a bag. And they say dog saliva is safer than unwashed hands when you go to the toilet. Oh man, you cannot make this up, people. You cannot. Pets and delivery vehicle. Just saw a guy in the same parking area as me with his dog in the car with him. He's clearly a delivery driver. I could hear the familiar sound of annoying dog bark. Then I heard UE chime. I actually looked at my phone. He puts the car in drive and takes off. Although it's possible I didn't see any signs of this being a service dog, and it doesn't matter. Kind of confused and kind of grossed out. This is Dognut, and this again sealed bag. Some people are sketchy at night. Sometimes have work. Yada yada. Dog in front, food in back, sealed. Again, it doesn't matter. And like I said, as long as that dog has been in that car, dog germs, dog bacteria is all over it. It doesn't matter. And these people are just nasty. They're just nasty people. Disgusting, man. I think if there's a God or creator, I thank this God creator for making me like a germaphobe, OCD, paranoid. It's a blessing, man. It's a blessing to be OCD. That's why I respect people who are OCD, because they're neat, they're organized. Most of them are clean. But dog nutters, you can't be OCD and be a dog nutter. It doesn't make sense. You cannot be OCD and be a dog. If someone is OCD and is a dog nutter, that is incorrect. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. You can't be a germaphobe and be a dog lover. It doesn't make sense. Can I bring my dog with me when doing Uber Eats? There should be fine. Some restaurants may not be pet friendly. This person again, dog nutter. I don't know. Some customers show up at your car to collect their food. They might not like seeing your dog. I would not. Uh, yep. I guess you guys get the point. Uh, there's no anti-dog policy um, with these delivery service people, and there's not even like a safety protocol for their delivery drivers either. There's none, and it's going to be a matter of time until someone is a delivery driver is attacked and killed by a dog. Matter of time. So one more thing I wanted to look at. DoorDash dog bite lawyers. Chicago attorney fights for DoorDash drivers who suffer dog bites. And again, DoorDash, Skipthedishes, they don't have an anti-dog policy, and they should. Dog bites common for delivery. Are dog bites common for delivery drivers? Approximately 69 million households have at least one dog. Many dogs are. I don't care about them being friendly. Over 5,000 postal workers experienced a dog attack. About overall, Illinois ranks lower than many states for dog bite injuries recorded each year. Chicago, however, on the USPS list of most dangerous. Okay, they didn't really answer the question. DoorDash driver dog bite injuries. Types of injuries, statistics, damage to skin. Yeah, okay, we know this. About 48 people died of dog bite injuries in the U.S. in 2009. However, numbered in the hundreds of thousands. Okay, they're not answering the question though. They're not answering the question. They're not showing the stats and data for delivery drivers who have been attacked by dogs. It's empty. It's pretty much empty. But anyways, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna look more into this delivery anti-dog delivery driver stuff, DoorDash, Skipthedishes, UberEats, etc. And it's, alarming that none of them have some anti-dog policy. None of them have an anti-dog policy. So your dog could be in the car and it can slobber, shit in the car, piss in the car, and it's okay to put your food in the car. I don't care if the food is in the trunk. Your dog has only been in the front. It's a service dog. I don't care. As soon as a dog even touches the outside of that car, your car is basically defiled, in my opinion. It's just disgusting. But anyways, ask the questions, man. You just gotta ask the questions. If it's not questions, just ask a question regarding these worthless mutts and these deranged dog nut owners. Man, if they could just ask questions instead of just being impulsive and doing and obeying their dog nut culture, I think things could be better. I think there'd be less dogs. But a lot of these dog nuts, they don't do that. They don't ask questions. They just do. They just obey and do. And even when, people are attacked and killed by dogs, they don't ask the questions. Instead, they want to protect and they're worthless. The only question that they'll ask after a dog attacks someone is the dog okay? That's pretty much it. That's all they'll ask, because the dog is all they care about. But anyways, this is another Worthless Mutts. I am Gore the Dog Butcher, and remember, it's okay to hate dogs.